Division, we've got Dominique Bell up against Nathan Mendelsohn. We are expecting an absolute scrap in this match. Nathan Mendelsohn with the green and yellow belt around his waist. Both based in California. Dominique Bell training at Atos in San Diego. And Nathan Mendelsohn out of Coalition 95 up in Santa Cruz, Northern California. You know what's really interesting, Victor, is you look at Dominique Bell's hands and the amount of tape he has on his hands.
A lot of tape.
He actually suffered a really, really bad broken wrist years ago that almost completely stopped his jiu-jitsu career.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's why you see like so much support on it, because it was such a bad break.
And both hands?
Well, that's the thing. He takes both hands, so you don't know which one it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right way to do it.
Yeah. Nice work from Mendelsohn in getting that lapel through on bottom, but you have to think, if Dominique Bell trains at Atos, you know he's seen this lapel once or twice before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dominique Bell, even though he's putting pressure on, he has his knees open, his left knee open, and his foot sideways, so that the pressure dims down quite a bit. So Mendelsohn is able to sit and come up.
There you go. Now Mendelsohn manages to pass the hand all the way across, switch the grips into this. Well, you know what? I'd like Keenan. I wish Keenan was around. I'd get him to explain this position.
He would be his world.
He'd be explaining it a lot better than we could, right?
Oh, certainly better than me.
This new lapel technology and techniques, I have to say, very intricate world that is constantly being developed. It seems that there are new techniques coming from this position on a near monthly basis. The majority of them coming from Keenan Cornelius. But if you've ever followed the Instagram account Lapel Players, then you will have seen that it's a worldwide phenomenon.
It is.
Everybody's playing this stuff.
It is.
And what happens when you have people from all over the world training independently and developing these positions, new stuff is going to happen, right?
And new names are going to come up.
It's kind of like when the Berimbolo came out a few years ago.
Correct.
It was only a handful of people were doing it, and then all of a sudden, blue belts are doing it in competition. And it's like a fundamental position. Everybody suddenly is doing it. Lapel is kind of going the same way, right?
Yeah, I have a problem with that, though, if I can open up. My problem with that is that when I see blue belts doing Berimbolos and lapel guards, but they can't get away, they can't mount escape. You know, that makes me a little angry a bit, you know, because
it's running before you know how to walk.
Yeah, exactly. So they're prioritizing they are prioritizing the beautiful technique and the highlights and all that stuff, and they forget the basics, which is what's gonna take them to the next level, and what's gonna prevent them to getting to that next level if they don't know it. Okay, if you can't get out of a mount, if you can't hip escape, if you can't learn a good takedown, a throw, how good is your jiu-jitsu at all? You know?
That's a good question. Oh, nice. Escape from that position, and now running around is Dominique Bell. Good guard recovery there from Nathan Mendelsohn. That was a bad spot for a moment, but still not out of danger. Good stack pass here from Dominique Bell. Heavy pressure with that knee, and now pulling the hips up off the ground like that.
Yeah, Mendelsohn has great stamina. His gas tank is like, he won't get tired.
It's true. He only has one speed, is go hard, right? And he does it from start to finish. He's like, just goes hard.
Right.
But I think this is smart from Dominique Bell in settling down in this position, because you kind of really put the pressure on from here and make it uncomfortable for your opponent, right?
Right.
It does look like Mendelsohn manages to grip a lapel with his right hand, but in this kind of position, I'm not sure how much that is going to help him.
But Dominique Bell is doing the right thing by applying pressure and staying there. Like we said, wearing Mendelsohn's legs out and just being smart about it. And in no time, he'll be able to. I mean, I don't know about Nathan because he won't get tired, as I said. But yeah, that's the best way to make him. When you go for the pass, you don't have like more resistance or less resistance.
Right, and look, nice little footwork there and switching the hooks.
Yeah, it was very subtle, but yet very effective.
And opens the door. Exactly. Just goes straight through now, onto the back. Seatbelt grip, one hook goes in, rolling out of bounds.
If he attacks the neck, the second hook will go in.
Well, they're going to stop it and restart it back in the center, but that is good work from Dominique Bell. Very, very solid guard passing there. Shutting down Nathan Mendelsohn because, you know, we talked about it. Mendelsohn has a very explosive game. He's very quick. And if you're able to slow him down, if you're able to negate that speed, you can kill a big part of his game.
Right. Apparently they're going back standing, which is weird.
Okay, that is weird. You would have thought they would do the restart with
exactly,
the similar position.
Yep.
But Dominique Bell, 3 advantages to 0. No points on the board just yet. There's a shot right on the edge of bounds. I'm not going to score anything right now, but look for Dominique Bell if they tie up and if Nathan Mendelsohn stays standing. Look for Dominique Bell to use some judo. We know he's been training a lot of judo. You can see it in his stance, right?
Yeah, exactly. His stance and his butt, like he's not. You see the lower back, the curve on the lower back. That's a sign that he's been training standing like a lot. The guys that don't train standing a lot, they tend to bend their upper body to the front, which is when you fight a judoka, they look at you and they say, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you down right now.
Absolutely. With Dominique Bell, he's got a very well-developed Uchimata and Harai Goshi. He's been training a lot with, I believe, Justin Flores, J-Flow Judo in San Diego. Grip fighting in this position. Will we see Dominique Bell go for the big throw? But actually, you know, it's Nathan Mendelsohn. But I think that's a little over-eager from Mendelsohn in trying to pick up the leg when you're so close to the boundary. It's like, you know you're going to go forward and you go out of bounds.
Exactly.
Why waste the energy?
Yeah, but at the same time, he's showing combativeness. And sometimes he might...
Okay, he's got that grip over the top of the back and onto the back of the collar. But smart move from Mendelsohn, staying on the edge of bounds. Lots of action taking place here in the 2020 Pan Championships. I suggest you get the multi-mat going because you got Luisa Montero on mat 5, Jonathan Alves on mat 1. Lots and lots to watch. Brenda Heller back in action on mat 2. Marcy Andre's wife.
Yeah, it's been a while.
World-class black belt in her own right. But there is Nate Mendelsohn once again. Drops for that single leg, but on the edge of bounds, pushes Dominique Bell out and gets nothing for it. If he's going to launch a single attack like that, he's got to do it deep enough inside the ring that forward motion is going to score and he's not going to go out of bounds and waste the energy for nothing.
Wow, you wouldn't believe the amount of athletes that are not aware of the 4 lines. They're not paying attention to the 4 lines. They're not paying attention to the board. They're not paying attention to the score.
They just fight.
You know, they just go, and it's the wrong thing to do if you want to win, because you have to use everything in your favor. It's already tough if you're aware of everything. It's already tough to win. If you're not aware, it becomes even more difficult. So it comes with experience, but it also comes with training.
Once again, they go out of bounds, and Nate Mendelsohn pushing Dominique Bell out. So just under 2 minutes remaining in this match. It's still 0-0 with 3 advantages on the board in favor of Bell.
That's a very fragile advantage from Bell because
one takedown.
It's like, yeah, one takedown, and Mendelsohn is not playing around. He might be able to get penalized. Dominique might get penalized for walking out of bounds so many times.
Bell the one going forward though. It's interesting that he's the one stalking forward, looking for those grips. Circling now. That's definitely a product of his judo training.
And it looks like he's content with his advantage acquired already. And Mendelsohn's like...
Now Mendelsohn drags him back in. This is good. This is smart. And if Mendelsohn can finish this takedown, yes, he can.
Almost.
But can he keep him down?
That's one advantage. And you know what? He's probably going to get penalized. Mendelsohn's probably going to get penalized. No, not really. But yeah, he's been walking out and walking backwards. I don't think it's a great strategy. And Mendelsohn, he is in, like, he's on a mission now. All right, that was smart.
Full guard from Bell. Bell on bottom now and should be able to ride out the remainder of this match, riding that 3-1 advantage lead.
Yeah, as I told you, I felt like he was content because he was circling and he was always walking on the edge of the 4 lines. That means that whatever Mendelsohn tries, he's going to be able to walk out of bounds and resume in the middle.
I think it showed that that Mendelsohn could only take him down by going forward.
Yep.
And Bell knew that if he stayed close to the edge of bounds, then Mendelsohn didn't have the answer to bring him back in and score.
Correct. Yeah, I think that the referee didn't penalize Dominique Bell, and I think that he should have. I don't think it will change the result.
Bell's going to go through in that division there, and heavyweight division kind of taking a little bit of shape now. Of course, we already know that Orlando Montero has gone through. He's going to be fighting tomorrow after his big win over Michael Musumeci. Dominique Bell is actually on the same side of the bracket as his teammate Rafael Vasconcelos in the next match tomorrow. So one of them will pass, one of them will go through. Yeah, the other one will not.